Hi guys, I'm Burton. This is my first YouTube video. I'm nervous, so please be kind. For those that don't know, I am a model. I have agencies in London, Paris, Milan. I asked for your questions on Instagram and you've given me a lot. And some of them are great and some of them are really creepy. So I'm gonna answer them all while I do my makeup. This is like my everyday makeup, so it's nothing special. I've got my good friends Louise and Bella here.
Hello. Hi.
And they're going to be helping me because I have no idea what I'm doing. And they are going to be asking me your questions that you've given me over Instagram, and I'm going to be answering them while I do my makeup. Fire away, guys.
What is the best and the worst thing about modelling?
I think the best thing is the travelling and the meeting new people that you would never meet. Like every day is a new day with different people and a different concept, and you just get, it's constantly changing. But I think the worst thing about modelling is just never knowing what you're going to be doing tomorrow, and you can just never plan for anything. I'm going to use MAC's Strobe cream now in Pinklite.
What's your background and are you full British?
So my background is actually quite boring. I am like quarter English, half American, quarter Scottish. Really not exotic, really not exciting. Next thing, I'm gonna gel my eyebrows with MAC's Brow Set in Clear.
So someone says, what products are in your skincare regime?
Honestly, I change my skincare routine like daily, depending on what my skin needs. So if I'm quite spotty one day, I'll use quite drying products. And then on a day like when maybe there's like a little bit of scarring, I put like rosehip oil on. I cleanse every morning and evening with Bioderma, and then I use a toner after that, and then I moisturise with Kiehl's Everyday Moisturiser. And like that every morning and evening, but sometimes I'll add an extra product if my skin needs it. Next I'm going to be using Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC2, and I'm going to use it like under my eyes, around my nose, around my mouth, like here, T-zone area where it's all a little bit red, and just making it all one colour.
Ellie, what's your favourite cocktail?
Well, my favourite cocktail is a porn star martini, but recently me and my brother went to a happy hour, so within 2 hours I had 8 porn star martinis, and then I went to the pub afterwards to meet my boyfriend, and I arm wrestled every single person in the pub because I thought that was the best idea ever.
Ellie, if you were an animal, what would you be?
It's so generic, but I'd definitely be a cat.
Favourite type of music?
I don't really have a favourite type of music.
They also want to know your favourite food, colour, book, movie, model, clothing brand.
Wait, what's the first one?
Food.
Favourite food? I'm not sure what my favourite food is. It's probably like pizza or butter, because butter kind of tastes great on anything.
Colour?
My favourite colour is red.
Book?
I have a couple of favourite books. I think my favourite book that actually got me into reading was this book called See Me Now by Sharon Bolton. It's a crime one and it's quite dark, but it's got a really good twist and it really grabbed me, and I read it in like a day. But I think my favourite story is Pride and Prejudice, because I saw the Bollywood film when I was really young of like Pride and Prejudice, and it was just amazing. I love the story. Now I watch everything that's Pride and Prejudice, and I have the book and I've read it and I just like the story. It's nice and romantic. I'm now using the Nars Creamy Concealer in Vanilla, and I'm kind of just going over the places I've already done because I think this looks like dewier and more natural, and I like the coverage.
Who's your favourite model?
I mean, Kate Moss has to be my all-time favourite model because I am 5'6" and so is she, and she kind of paved the way for the shorter models. So I'm using a Real Techniques brush just to blend this in. I think they've discontinued it now, but this is the best brush for concealer. It doesn't take any of the product away and it just blends so naturally, so loves it. The next thing, I'm going to be using a MAC paint pot in Groundwork, and I'm just kind of using this as a primer for my eyelid, and it's a really natural brown taupey colour.
How did you start modelling?
So this is kind of a long story. I started modelling when I was about 12 or 13. We have a friend of the family who is a makeup artist, and she always said that I would do well modelling, and I kind of was so not into the idea, and my mum was like, you should do it, like try. And then I ended up getting into this agency, this local model agency, and I got like M&S back to school stuff. And then when I turned 16, I went to agencies in London and I walked around them and like showed them my portfolio as a kid, not thinking that I would be working every day and I could do it full time, like I would get a job once a month and it would be a good bit of pocket money. But profile model management took me on, and then I was working the next day, and then it kind of just got really busy from then, and I just started doing lots of work, and it kind of just became a thing. And I quit college and I moved to London at 16, and I kind of threw myself into it, so that's kind of how it started. So next I'm going to be using this Kiko Smart eyeliner in the colour brown. The number is 04, but it's just a brown eyeliner really. And I'm just going to go over like my lash line, and I'm just going to drag it out a bit and just to accentuate the eyes. But I'm not going to be too perfect about it or precious, I'm just going to try.
If you weren't a model, what do you think you would be doing?
I actually study criminology online. It's something I've always been interested in.
Somebody asks, do you reckon I could be an underwear model?
I don't know, I'd have to look at you.
This is their little thumbnail.
Oh, I know him. I used to go to high school with him. I'm gonna say no.
Can a beautiful girl have a broken heart?
Aww, yeah, everyone can have a broken heart. Part of life is to get your heart broken, and then you mend it, and then you move on, and then it loves again, and then it breaks again, and then it moves on, and it's just the circle of life. I'm now just going to take like a little smudgy brush and smudge in the eyeliner. Now I've smudged the eyeliner in, I'm going to take this, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette Beauty Glow. I'm going to take the dark brown in it, and I'm going to just put it under, what is it called, bottom lash line?
Lower lash.
Lower lash line, there you go. I've got a lovely thin Louise Young natural hair. I'm just going to go in with it and see what happens.
What are your favourite healthy snacks? It's from a viral YouTube video. Like,
oh yeah, no, that can go snacks, yeah. I'm not very healthy. I do try to have a balanced diet. I love chocolate, but I love pepper, like raw pepper, just chopped up, and I could just eat that all day, every day. So I'd say that is the healthiest snack that I enjoy. I'm gonna go in with the brush that I used for the pot paint in the primer, eye primer. I'm just gonna smudge that all in.
where is the best place you've travelled to with modelling?
I don't know, actually. I've travelled to so many places. With modelling, you're working, so you don't actually get to see the place. I've been to Rome, but I've never seen it in daylight. I think the furthest place I've ever travelled to for work was LA, and that was really cool because I've never been there before, and we were staying in a really lovely hotel. We got to travel out to the desert as we were shooting there, so there was lots of things going on, and I was there for 2 weeks. So I'd say that's probably the best place.
Are there any modelling jobs in particular that have stood out?
There's been so many different modelling jobs that have been great for so many different reasons. I think when I was 16, I got the cover of Hunger magazine with Prada, and then when I was 17, I did this big campaign, and then when I was 18, Garnier, and then when I was 19, I got my perfume campaign. So each year there's been a different amazing job that has been a goal to get to. So I'd say there's been like a good 10 jobs that have been amazing and will stand out forever. Either if it's because I'm shooting with a photographer that I've like admired for so long and loved all their work, and then I'm finally working with them and it's like a dream job because of that. So they're all great for so many different reasons. Next I'm going to be using Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. This is the best mascara, as I find that mascara doesn't stay on my eyelashes, like it just smudges everywhere, but this one doesn't really move, and it's still really easy to get off. So
would you say that modelling is as glamorous as it may seem?
No, it's not glamorous at all. Like the shooting part, I mean, sometimes you're in an amazing studio and it's great facilities and you're travelling, but they're long hours, it's away from home, and sometimes you get a couple of hours sleep a night and you've got to be up super early in the morning, looking your best. It's not glamorous, but the final product is glamorous.
What's your hair care routine?
My hair care routine changes a lot because for modelling, for castings, they like it straight, but obviously if you've got a job, you turn up with your hair natural. But I shampoo and condition with Bumble and Bumble, and then I just use an oil because my hair is naturally very curly and I'm the worst person dealing with it, so I just straighten it or blow dry it and put it up and don't think about it because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Have you ever been bullied?
I started year 7, I went to a new school and it was an all-girls school that was really far, well, not really far away, it was an hour's travel from where I lived, and those girls had known each other since they were really young, so I think it was quite cliquey, and I think there was a lot going on at the time for me as well. It's hard because I don't think I was in a good place, as my nan had moved in with us and was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so there was a lot going on at home and it was hard dealing with everything going on. I moved schools halfway through year 8 and it was the best thing ever because I knew people there and it was just a better situation.
That was intense.
Let's get deep. I'm just going to be in the same palette, I'm just using the contour. Chisel that face. So next I'm going to be using the best highlighter ever. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Beauty Light Wand, and this is amazing because it looks like skin, but it genuinely looks like the sun is on you.
Do you have any special talents?
I did ballet for 15 years. I did the English youth ballet and I was on point, and I literally lived and breathed it for 15 years. I did it 3 or 4 times a week. I would say that's a talent and something people might not know.
What foundation do you use?
So I don't really use a foundation every day as I can't be bothered most of the time, so I just use the concealers that I use today. But if I am using foundation, I use the Lancome Teint Visionaire, and I really like this because it's good coverage, it's blendable, and it has a little concealer in the top, so the concealer matches your foundation, so if you have any, I don't know, spots or imperfections or whatever, you can just easily cover it and it looks one shade. Still using the highlighter because she needs to glow. I don't usually use lipstick, I usually use a lip balm, but today, because it's a special day, because I'm filming this video, I'm going to be using Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury.
Have you ever had any weird experiences when on a photo shoot? Or any funny stories?
I don't think there's been anything really weird. I know I've had to climb these huge boxes before, in stilettos, and they were wobbling and there was no crash mats because it was a huge, a wide shot. So there was just people behind the boxes just with their arms up being my crash mats because they were so wobbly and I was in stilettos and running around. And so I've had dead moths stuck to my face before, in the shape of a skull. I don't know, I think that's probably the weirdest thing. And they smell really bad.
I was just going to ask, do you get any makeup tips from the makeup artist? But I'm not sure the dead moths.
I think you because you work with so many different makeup artists, you learn what you like on your face and what you think suits you. So you watch what they're doing and you just pick it up and you see the products they're using, the techniques, and you just then transfer it into what you do. So I'm just patting the lipstick just to make it a little bit more lived in and not as perfect, and then just putting a little bit on my cheeks so the cheeks and the lips match, and I think it looks a little bit more natural.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yeah. Do you want to see it? I'm not technically allowed tattoos because of modelling, but so this is why I have this.
There it is.
This dot. There it is. So this dot, wait, I can't even see it. So this dot is my tattoo. The big reveal! So this is the final look. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far, and also I'm sorry that you watched this because it is a bit of a mess. I've got no idea what I'm doing and I feel like I'm rambling, but thank you and good night. What are you looking at?
All the questions about poo.
Oh yeah, that question about what does my poo look like?
When you poo, is it like a rabbit's poo?
No, actually, they're like a foot long, massive turd. Bella's gonna die.
Do you speak any foreign languages?
Wait, let me think. Let me just put some Vaseline on my lips. I don't know what I'm going to use next. Oh, I do know what I'm going to use next. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury. It's Instant Look in a palette in Beauty Glow. I'm just using the... Actually, that's the wrong step completely. Never mind about that. I'm getting like laughter lines in my concealer. I'm so sorry that you watched that if you got this far. It's a bit of a hot mess, but I tried. I really, really did.